Hello crafters, welcome to G's Creations. Today we're going to make a autumn wreath. I've just painted one of these polystyrene wreath films that I get from Hobbycraft. Just painted it with some black acrylic paint. Now it's not an even coat, I just wanted to take off the stark white. Now I'm probably just going to do this kind of process video wise. I'm just going to let the video record, and then if I need to come back and say anything that's important, then I will do, but otherwise I'm just going to play some music over it and let you watch. Really, I've got this this burlap leaf spray or pick, which I may dissect and use the leaves. I've got all these faux horse chestnuts or conkers and acorns. I've got pine cones, I've got berries, I've got leaves, I've got all sorts of things. So I'm going to put my hot glue gun on, and then I am going to start. My gosh, this is from 2016. That is a long time ago. I don't know what happened to this wreath. I don't have it, which is kind of weird. Maybe I gave it away or sold it. I honestly don't remember, but I wish I still had it because I really do like the way it turned out. But I can't believe this was from 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 8 years ago. My word, it took me that long to do the math. So it looks like I'm doing speed through. So most of these items I probably got from online. Anyway, let's go back to the original audio. Oh, by the way, hello everyone. This time round I thought I'd bring my favourite autumn DIYs, since I've had my YouTube channel. So I think I've got, how many videos do I have in today's mega video? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of them from 2018. One from 2 from 2016, so there's 2 really old ones here. So let's see what I'm saying in the video. Which is available in store. One thing I'm definitely remembering to use is my spatulas. Spatulas are coming to the store. They will be cheap. They'll be about 99p per spatula, so not expensive at all. But I think every crafter should have at least one. So they are coming, or they may even be in the store by the time you see this video, because this video is being recorded in August, in between all the work that's going on in the home. I'm trying to get some videos recorded for the so I'm talking about the store. I don't know if everyone who is subscribed to me knows that back then I used to have a store, an online craft store. Many embellishments that I did, all sorts of stamp sets and tools and all sorts. But again, gosh, it feels like that was so long ago. So more fast motion. So let's go back to that. really wish I still had this wreath. I really like it. I say I like it, but it's very orange. It's very orange, and I tend to lean towards other colours, and orange being in the background to a degree. I like more yellows and burgundies, so this is slightly too orange for me, I think, now, but it is a lovely wreath. I honestly don't remember what happened to it. I can't remember. So I'm going to hot glue him in this space here, which is probably going to be really hard for you to see. So I'm going to attempt to show you. I'm going to put lots of hot glue in this area here, if the glue will go in the gun. I'm going to put loads of hot glue in this area, and I need to make sure that he doesn't come out any further than the depth of this wreath because of his tail. I need to make sure that I can get it flat on the wall as possible. I have to put some glue underneath here as well. I'm just going to hold him until he dries, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, crafters, this is the finished wreath. And then I have my little squirrel perched just on the inside there, and it's packed to the rafters. And I really like it. I think it turned out really well. That's me backing up. The wreath form's about 14 inches. So it's probably about, with all the other things on there, it's probably about 15 inches, I would say. But I really like the way it turned out. Like I said, I was a bit dubious the first half. I was like, this isn't going to work. And I'm really pleased that it did. Well, I think it did. I think it looks really nice. I hope you agree. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. And if you recreate this wreath, please share it on my group. In my group, G's Creations is now my creation. I'd love to see your recreation. Thank you very much for watching and joining me on this journey. And I will see and talk to you again very soon. Just so you're all aware, I don't have that group anymore. So. Drawing a line down one side and then cutting it with my Tim Holtz shears, so it's 9.5 square. I've got this here so my camera won't have problem focusing. So what I'm going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a wall hanging, or you can put it on an easel or that type of thing, but it's going to be a pumpkin kind of mixed media, illuminated from the back, wall hanging, or as I say, you could put it on an easel, that type of thing. So I've cut that to size, so that is now 9.5 inches. I will keep the other piece because I'm sure it will come in handy. I've got a piece of my 300 GSM white cardstock. I'm going to leave that there so my camera can focus properly, and I'm just going to have a look online to see if I can see a pumpkin template that I like. Obviously one that's public domain, so I'm going to check to see if I find one that I like, and then I shall draw it on this. This paper is staying this size. I will be doing something with it, so it's going to look like a palette or planks, so we'll see that further into the video. So I'm going to find one I like and then I'll be right with you. Okay, I found this particular shaped one that I like. So I've sharpened my pencil, and I'm just going to very lightly kind of draw this particular template on this particular piece of cardstock. Now I don't want my lines to be solid, I want them to have movement. It could have come over a little bit, but I don't mind that it's slightly off kilter. That's fine. You know what, I do mind that it's slightly off kilter, so I'm going to turn over and I'm going to draw the center kind of portion first. It was bugging me that it was slightly to one side, so I'm not going to fool myself in believing it's okay, because I know if I carried on I would have disliked it and ended up throwing it away. So I'm not going to do that. I want to use this as in my home decor. So we are going to do the job properly. Now you can, you know, you can print this off onto some large cardstock, or if you want to do a smaller version, you could do that. I'm not happy with the way that turned out. Okay, that's good. I'm liking that shape. So the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to get out some brown, some gold and some orange paint, and using my little paint tray that are stocked in my store. One thing I like about this particular size is that some of the paint trays are too big and they just get in the way. This one's just nice and dinky. So this is an orange ready mixed paint, this is a brown acrylic, and this is a metallic gold acrylic. So I'm going to use all three. I'm using the paint brushes that are stocked in my store. I'm not going to rub out my lines at all, because they are going to add to the character of this particular wall hanging or tabletop decor. So I'm just going to paint, and I'll just fast forward this bit, because you don't really want to watch paint dry, do you? After a slight change of plan, I've cut out my pumpkin, as you can see, so I'm really happy with the way that turned out. I'm going to do more with it, so I'm going to put that to one side. Now I've got another piece of this 12 by 12. Now if you guys want this cardstock, now I've used this cardstock to watercolor on, I've painted on it. This cardstock is just amazing. It's a lovely thick cardstock. I don't know what the US equivalent is to 300 ESM. I have tried to find out, but I can never quite get the correct information. Right, I'm going to cut this into 4-inch strips. Excuse me if my head gets in the way. In fact, I'm going to make them slightly smaller than 4-inch. So I'm just lining these pieces of card up to the edge of my trimmer. So I've probably taken out about 1/4 inch. Right, now using my vintage photo, and now this is the large pad. I'm going to do the technique to make these look like wood planks. So the more of the pad you put on, the deeper the colour is going to be. So I'm now going to use my lovely ink tool from the very talented Little Acres Creations. I'm going to just go around the edges and ink around the edges. The only other thing I'm doing is I'm actually bringing the pad to the cardstock and distressing it heavier in places. Let's get myself a new vintage photo. This one's almost out. And using my pencil again, I'm going to put some little, almost like nail marks, but I need to use a darker brown. So I use my walnut. I don't want them to, you know, be too obvious. Okay, I'm also going to distress around the edge of my pumpkin, and I'm probably going to use the walnut again. So I'm probably going to use the walnut, and again coming in at an angle. Okay, so the idea of this is I'm going to have this, and then I'm going to place these on here so they overhang, and then I'm going to have that one so it overlaps them slightly, and then that's going to go over the top like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this, and I'm going to have lights behind it, so the lights will then shine out from behind. So I'm going to attach these. So I'm going to attach these using some of the double-sided foam tape, which I think I'll do is I'm going to put the foam tape on the polystyrene. So I'm going to put 2 lengths at either end. And yes, it's all mucked up there, it's all uneven and messy there, but once this is on display, nobody's going to see it. And it's craft, it's handmade. If you wanted to neaten that up, if you was giving this away or making these for a fair or that type of thing, then you know, please do. But I'm not going to be looking behind there once it's on display. Okay. I'm going to have you I'm going to estimate so I have very similar overhang at the top and bottom. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. One thing that does have to, you have to try and get as perfect as possible, is the overhang at the top. So I'm going to line this up as best I can. This is what I should have done. Here you go, crafters. This is the way to do it. Turn them over and then use your mat as the guide. Now I know that they're equal. There you go. I make all the mistakes, so you don't have to. Right. Put some of this down the center. This, because this will be the one that goes in the middle. And again, I am going to place this on the straight line. I'm going to turn my piece over and line those up and push it down. So there's, okay, now I need to pierce a hole for the lights to go through. So I'm just going to roughly judge where I need the hole. So I need it there, and I need a big enough hole. Oops, and I've just broken my, oh, I need to get another one of those from Mema Made It. I shall get my new one from Mema Made It. I've had that one a long time. Worst thing about working with polystyrene is all these little polystyrene bits. Okay. Right, now it comes to the lights. Now I have these battery operated micro lights, which I think are going to work just fine. Now I want this to be on the back, and I want all the lights to be through here. Come on, out you come. Thank you very much. Right, now it's too long. The length that these are, it's too long, so I'm going to double them up, and I'm just going to simply spin them, twist them together and make one light strand, because the length it is currently is just too long. So I'm just spinning it as I've put both of them together. Okay, so that's going to go on there like that, but obviously it needs dimension. So I'm going to put some dimensional foam tape on the back here, and I'm going to do multi-layers. Right, I have my 3 layers of tape on. Now I'm going to adhere these with some scotch tape and some sellotape. You could use hot glue if you wanted to. I don't think it's necessary to use hot glue, because these lights don't get overly hot. Being LED, they're quite low energy. Okay, crafters, it's on the back. Now this video is not as clean and tidy and precise as some of my others, so for that I apologize, but I had this idea in my head and I wanted to bring it to you. It's if I'd done a trial run beforehand, then the video that I brought for you probably would have been a bit sharper and a bit more precise and not so much babbling, but I just wanted to try this and try it on camera, and you know, this is the result. So it may not be a polished video, but I think you get the general idea, and I think if you could recreate this and not make the mistakes that I made, you would end up having a really nice piece of wall decor. Okay, I'm going to insert some batteries. And it's already on, so you get to see what it looks like. So when it gets darker, I will show you this. I will show this. I'll turn this light off. Maybe that will help. When it gets darker, I'll do some video with this. Yep, still very much like this piece. I think it works really well, and I do love the paint job that I did on it, even now, you know, 8 years later. Very nice. I like this piece. I need to use it. Try and use it this year. Not this year, because I've already decorated for autumn next year. Because it's what's it? Today's date of I've recorded this is October the 9th. So happy October, everybody. And if you hear anything in the background, it's just my family. They're noisily opening bags of crisps at the moment. Mum's giving me the side eye. She says hello to everybody. So anyway, thanks very much for joining me, and I will see you again very soon. Take care now. Bye bye. One thing I like about doing these type of videos is I can see how my editing changed, how my end photos changed, how my intro and outro changed, and how much they progressed and got better over the years. I hope you agree. First of all, let me apologise for the burp you may hear in the background. That is my father, who has no decorum whatsoever. Welcome to Created Home with G and today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a Dollar Tree DIY. I received these from the lovely Donna Jackson over at Create More with Donna Jackson. Now this is their 3-count metal words. You get them in the Dollar Tree over there. I really wish our pound stores would look at what you get in the dollar stores in the US, because I know I'm on a lot of groups here in the UK, and we are always complaining about the fact that you guys have some lovely decor in your stores and we just don't get it. So anyway, you get welcome, you get thankful, and you get harvest. Now I've got this rather large embroidery ring. I'm just going to measure it for you. So you're looking at about 12 and a half inches wide. Now I've got both bits in there. I've got this burlap, or as we call it in the UK, what do we call it in the UK? You know, crafters, the name of it was just in my head, and as I said, as we call it in the UK, Hessian, that's it. But I've got so used to calling it burlap now because of my lovely American followers and crafters. So I'm going to put some of this around about kind of 3/4 up. There's more here, hope that shows on camera, yep, than there is here. And I'm going to hot glue it on. It's going to cut enough, so it's going to cut a length away from my spool. I'm going to hot glue some on, and obviously please use a spatula when doing this, because it's open weave and we know that's going to hurt. I'm going to bring up the edges as well because I don't really want it to lose shape, so I'm just going to bring up the edges as well, and again using my spatula because I don't want to burn myself, just so I can get a nice edge, a nice finished edge. Okay, bring it round and do the same thing here. Oops. You are going to need some autumnal foliage, so just use whatever you have. I'm going to bring that up, and I'm going to have the burlap quite taut, and again pressing it down using my spatula, and bringing in the corners if necessary. and I'm going to do it twice so it's nice and thick, because this burlap is quite see-through. So bringing it over again and pressing down. Making sure it's taut. And I'm just going to simply cut off the excess. There we go. Then up here I'm going to have some foliage. So I'm just got some leaves and foliage from my autumnal stash. That, my crafty friends, I am going to call done. So very quick, very simple, but quite an effective farmhouse looking kind of rustic wall hanging. And here is a Christmas one that I just did crafters. So I've put the thankful sign on this one, because we should be thankful throughout the year, not just at Thanksgiving and other holidays, but we should be thankful all the time. So I just used some red pip berries, some red berries from Poundland, and this is one of their holly picks actually, and some ribbon in my stash, and obviously the Dollar Tree silver sign. So there's one for autumn and there's one for Christmas. Thank you very much for joining me, and you'll see me again very, very soon. Take care now. Bye bye. Hello creators, welcome to Creator with G, Gareth here. In today's video we are going to do a autumn topiary using one of these polystyrene cone forms, and this is from Hobbycraft here in the UK, and it measures approximately 28 centimeters and approximately 11¼ inches, and the base measures 4.5 inches and 12.5 centimeters. I'm going to be using ferns, some leaves, some sunflowers in the yellow and orange, some beads, well not beads, berries, some faux wheatgrass, some blue wheatgrass, some blue hydrangeas, and I'm just going to do this with some music over the top. I will try not to speed up too much, because I know when I do these type of things people like to see the process. So I'm going to try not to speed up too much and try and put as much in as I can. So let's get started. I'm gluing these leaves on in different directions all over the polystyrene cone. It's been a few years since I've made one of these. The last one I made I will link, so it pops out now. I believe I made that one on camera. I think I did. So I'm kind of using these leaves as foundation. And I can build upon that. Okay, so this is what we have so far. So I'm just going to speed up a little bit. I don't want to bore you guys to tears. I'm sure you get the gist of what I'm doing. Okay crafters, I was running out of flowers and things. I found these in my stash. These are ones I sold in my store when I had my store. So I'm going to use some of these yellow flowers as well. I was running out of stuff to use. I didn't really want to go out and buy more because there's ample here. I've got plenty of stuff in my stash and I wanted to utilise what I have rather than going and spending more money and buying more things. So like I said, I'm just going to crack on. I'm just going to speed through this last bit and then I will bring the end result to camera. Okay crafters, time to add a bit more blue. So I've got these old candle rings that I don't use, and in fact they've been snipped open. I'm going to utilise some of the beads in that are on them. And they've got blue pumpkins on them as well. So I'm going to utilise some of these as well and pop them in sporadically within this topiary. Okay crafters, here is the finished topiary tree. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and you will see me again very soon. Take care now. Bye bye. I have this wreath on my door now, this autumn, and looking at this wreath and the one that was first up, the one from 2016, the one thing I would do differently now is I wouldn't bother putting all those leaves down on the bottom because you don't need them, you don't see them. And I thought that after rewatching the first wreath, and then I've done it again here. So that's weird. I guess because it was such a long period of time in between, I didn't remember. But if I was to make another wreath now, I wouldn't put the leaves on the bottom because you simply just don't see them. It's just a waste. But I do love this wreath. It's on my door now.
Full.
So that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for
movement,
me,
which I really like.
Down memory lane.
So that will grace my door for this autumn of 2020. I'm actually recording this video in June, but you won't see this until probably September. But thank you very, very much for joining me, and you'll see me again very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.